Describe your experience with Natalie in the program from what you remember.
It was a good time, but I was definitely challenged to learn about myself and about different people, and it was strange, definitely. I knew a lot about like history and science and math. I thought I knew about a lot about everything, but I didn't know anything about people. So learning that was very hard for me, but it was definitely a good experience. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you knew more about things than how to relate with people?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What were some of the issues or challenges?
People were wrong. I didn't like that. I think it was kind of the big thing when I was little. And it probably sounds strange hearing that, but I was very used to I would go home and I would watch TV. I would do my schoolwork and I would watch TV, and I would never watch cartoons or anything like that. I would flip on the Discovery Channel, I'd flip on the History Channel and learn about like the history of like sandpaper, or like things that no one would find interesting, but I would just absorb it all because I loved just the process of learning new things. And anytime someone would say something about anything that I'd learned about and it seemed wrong at all, it would be so hard for me to accept that. I don't want to seem like it wasn't a good thing, but I was trying to make it a good thing. I was trying to educate people. I was telling myself that I wanted them to be right in the future, but that was never it. I just wanted to seem smarter. I wanted everyone to know that I knew everything.
Mm-hmm. And how did that go over?
Not good. People kind of just generally thought that I was a smarty pants, and that I thought that I was better than everyone else, which, looking back on it back then, for a good part, I probably did think that. I don't think that now anymore, but back then, yeah, I probably had some sort of superiority complex. And that was with everyone, like teachers, students, people my parents introduced me to, probably my parents. But yeah, I think the superiority complex was probably a really big thing for me to get over. Natalie kind of put me in my place. She taught me a lot of things, like how the world doesn't revolve around one person. One of the big catchphrases she had that my parents always used was, I don't live in a bubble. My actions affect everyone around me, whether I like it or not. Just things like that helped me to realize that I might be right, but that doesn't make it right for me to correct people. I might know more than someone else, but that doesn't make me better than them. And I think that helped me, like once I stopped looking down at people, I was able to start making friends a lot easier. People liked me more, definitely. I think one of the big misconceptions is that we think that, like, at that age, that like we realize that there's something wrong with us, that like we think we need to change. Like a second grader isn't sitting in their room saying, I need to change, I need to be a better person. Like that doesn't happen. That never happens. I was totally fine back then. I could not have been happier. Like I was fine, like not having anyone outside like my little like 3 group of friends, and like my parents' friends would come over and they had kids, and it's kind of like process of just like connectivity. I would be friends with them just because we knew each other. And I was totally fine with that. I was a very small picture, never looking past the next week. No kid thinks like, oh, I don't have the social skills to make friends in high school and college, and when I'm in the real world, I'm not going to be able to interact with people in the workspace. I can tell you right now that has never crossed any second grader's mind, ever. And I think that's one of the big misconceptions. The kids don't realize that there's a change necessary. And because of that, like, it's hard for them to make that, it's hard for them to take that step. It's very hard for a younger kid to be told that they need to change, because they're really just figuring out who they are in the first place. Like at around that time, they're just establishing who they are, and if you just found out who you are and someone's telling you to change, it's definitely not an easy process.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think you'd be socially without having taken the course or gone through the program with Natalie?
Well, I probably wouldn't have as many friends as I do right now. I would definitely have more, I guess, enemies. I don't really think that, like, enemy, I don't think enemy is a good word. I've never met someone that I would, like, prescribe as, like, a villain to me, but I would definitely have more people that didn't like me. I remember in, like, the 6th and 7th grade, I remember in, like, the 6th grade going to public middle school. The first day of science class, I got exempt from homework for the rest of the year because I answered an end-of-year question, and that got me a lot of dirty looks. Things like that, like I was very cocky. I just would not have as many friends, really. I wouldn't have the social skills to make those friends. I'm definitely grateful that my parents put me through the program. I think my mom definitely understood that there was something amiss with my social life, even back when a social life was constrained to, do you want to come over to my house? Sure. There was definitely something off with that, and I think she caught on to that really quickly, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for them putting the time and effort into bringing me through this program, bringing me here every week, doing, like, the extra mile. I'm definitely very grateful. And I can't really repay them for that. I would probably, like, I feel like most people would say, I would say thank you so much. A lot of people come through here, and I just love to say that you changed my life for the better. You inspired me to make friends, you inspired me to be a better person, and you taught me valuable skills that I'll use for the rest of my life. And just thank you for changing my life for the better.
Awesome. Very good. Now you can take her in person.
Yeah.
Oh, my dear friend. Thank you so much. What a good guy you are. And you did a great job. You have such presence. The two of you have reduced me to tears.
Oh, it's hard.
Oh,
It's very
my
hard. You wish you
gosh.
had more time, because then I'm thinking of it. Gosh,
You did a
I should have said
great
this
job,
or-
and I so appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come here.
No problem.
Really.
Thank you so much.